Hey crew, Rival here, and today we're going to talk about the newest map that I've spent all week building. It's called Brute Force. It's like a prison for brute people, right? Super fun. What I was thinking is kind of like, what is wrong with Diminished? I love Diminished and how you have to fight your way up the stairs, and I really like that. But what sucks about Diminished is you don't have to have any
Husky
skill. You just
raid.
sit there with the bomber shields. You're so tight. You just get killed in mid. It's so hard to get up mid because, again, shields and things like that. So what I thought was, okay, what if there was a way to access their stairwells at mid instead of having to get past mid? What if there was ways to climb and go at different angles to get past mid and open up mid a little bit so you can actually battle? So you can't just chuck grenades and bombs. So what I did was I basically took the footprint of Diminished, the length and the width. I ripped out all the walls. I did everything. I actually did this from scratch. But again, I know with Diminished, it's 2 grapples to the flag, 2 grapples home. And that's what I'm able to do, right? So this map is 2 grapples to the flag, 2 grapples to score. So it took me a lot of time. I hope you guys give me some love in the comments. This really took me some time, but let's get into it. So the map-wise, again, the base is the same width, but again, without the walls, without the stairwells, it looks like it's going to be wider. And it's not as deep, so it is narrower. It might be slightly wider, just a little bit, but, you know, again, it's really not that big of a deal anyway. So it is still tight. You can still get spawn rated, but it's the same kind of feel. You can spawn behind that semicircle thing, you know, behind the flag. I put one over here so that you can kind of defend yourself in this base. But spawns-wise, we have one next to the flag return. So the flag return is on a different spot, similar to like warehouse. So we got a spawn there. We have a spawn behind this pillar to protect you. A spawn behind this box, this pillar, and over here. Okay, so we start mid. Now what I want you to notice is mid, there's a stairwell, just like with Diminished. And the other stairwells are in the sides. But again, we can actually get into mid through our stairwells instead of having to kind of merge in for that force bottleneck. And again, I understand the need for bottlenecks, but again, I think the bottleneck was too stringent. This is more like a Ruya build, right? So if you think of that map, that's the one where there's that pillar in the middle. You can go out the windows and kind of weave around. There's the 3 stairwells, somewhat similar to that, in that the middle is a little bit more open. You can kind of fight, and I think that's where Diminished lacks. Is it's such a bottleneck, it's too easy to grenade. But anyway, each stairwell, the middle one and your left one, so both bases are exact opposites, right? So if you're on the other side, if you're on Team Cobra, your left is Eagle's left. It's the same structure. So both center and mid, there is a way on the way down the stairs to gain benefit from vertical, but also coming up the stairs. It's easier on the left side when you're leaving the base to gain vertical height. It's easier when you're coming up the stairs in the middle to gain vertical height because you're making more of an attack on the flag. And I wanted to try to balance this as much as I can. You know, this team could just kind of hide behind these pillars and you don't really have much space. So I will say, if I had thruster, from opening strategy, I can actually jump thrust and make it into this cargo container. So it gives you some vertical height and you can already start shooting down. Now, all of these supply crates are climbable, and all these pipes will give you vertical space. Now, I thought it was really important after 2 pipes you get something. So if you want to be right here and kind of mid, you can, right? So you can just sit here. Hello. But if you want to come up 2 more pipes, this is very powerful. You can be in here. You can actually stand on top as well. But if you wanted to kill them on their way out or protect your teammate as they're coming out, you can kind of get them from up here. Again, you're very safe up here. You can still get killed. You can still get rocketed. And you are safe, but you don't get a ton of advantage by being up there. But again, so I wanted to keep that as even as I could. Now, before we go mid, let's talk about the other spots. So over here where the flag return is, all I did was I put awkward angles just to cut sight lines. And then I put this 5 pillar, you know, drill or whatever it is, so that as you're returning this flag, you still have a pretty good shot for grapple sliding. Like, you can still grapple slide really well, but it is cutting some angles as you're trying to get that flag through mid, because mid is big. And with diminished, what's nice is once you get past mid, you're usually pretty safe. But then again, so the other side is exactly like this side. So I'll show you this. So we can climb up and make our approach if we want this way. Now, I have this catwalk, and I'll show you from the other perspective as well, because the other perspective, it's actually a lot faster. You can get up here. You don't have to clamber. You can be here, and you can be over mid really fast, right? You can be over mid. You can kill. You can't see what's coming on over there. You can only see some sight lines, and you're pretty exposed over here because you're generally looking this way. So, again, I thought that was pretty balanced to do. But you can certainly late jump that pillar or that platform and get up there. But if I were on this team and I'm coming out this way, because one of the spawns is here and one of the spawns is there, I could come jump up here and just one clamber and I can already be mid, right? So we can get into mid fast, because that's what I was thinking is, if you don't have a direct line of sight to the flag, if it gets pulled, how are you going to get into a powerful position to try to kill the flag carrier, get it returned? Because again, they're going to be coming mid. Chances are, most people, they're going to come through mid and then bank. But what I'm going to show you is that with just 2 grapple slides here, I'll actually start in my base. With just 2 grapple slides, I can, oh, I thought I could clamber that, get the flag and 2 grapple slides home. So I can get 1 grapple slide just like regular diminished. 2 grapple slides, I have the flag. 1 grapple slide in the mid, and 2 grapple slides, we can basically get there. And you're there. So again, the map is not that big, but most people again are going to go down center, which is way more dangerous. You're way more open, just like going center of diminished. If you cut through center, then go through one of the stairwells. In this case, it's actually faster to get to the return, but it's in diminished, you're pretty safe to get there until you're rounding that corner. So again, I made some little adjustments. Now in mid, I wanted it to be like Ruya, right? There's that big freaking stone thing. There's the windows you have to worry about. So the stairwells kind of represent those windows where people can come in. But also in Ruya, that big pillar in the middle, not only can you go above it, which is what the catwalks represent, but I basically bored a hole through the middle. So you can fight now, instead of having that big pillar in the center, you can now fight around these pillars. And then all of these cargo crates are open. So, you know, you can do a different attack. You can get in here, cover yourself. You can get over here if you need to. So again, I wanted it to be very open for bombers, but you can still tuck. You can still stay alive. You can clamber up here if you really want. And you can move vertically, right? Because sometimes vertical is how you're going to stay alive, especially when you're doing like 4v4, 8v8, or anywhere in between, right? So again, this is brute force. I put a lot of time into it. It's beautiful, right? I put some cool holograms above, all kinds of rocks, because I wanted it to feel like you were trapped in a prison, so that even in here, you know, we've got grates on the walls. It's very, very simple, very clean, because why would you put a lot of money into a prison, right? It's useful. It's a drilling prison, and I just thought it was kind of fun. And then, of course, I had to put a couple brutes dead, because, you know, that's just fun. So I put a lot of time into this. Please give me some love in the comments. I haven't yet made this publicly available. I want to do a couple custom games with it, with 4v4, 8v8, and just make sure we're not tripping on things, make sure there's nothing in the way. It took about a day or two just with the ship map to get rid of some of the rubble and some of the things that were in the way and kind of blocking the natural flow of a Super Husky. You don't want to be running and then all of a sudden you try to enter into a base and then you get stuck. And then you get over, right? So I still have to do a little bit of testing on this, but when it does become available, it will be under all the other maps, Rival, capital R, #1 VAL, so that you guys can search it. But again, this is brute force. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to play this map. It's diminished meets Ruya. The same footprint is diminished. Some of the bottlenecks in diminished are fixed. Hello. And you know what? I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun playing it. So if I don't see you out there in quick play, hopefully with the snow that we're supposed to get a foot in the next couple of days. So hopefully I am on and able to do some customs so that maybe by Monday already I'll have this public. So if not, it will come as soon as possible. And again, this is Rival, and I'll see you guys out there.